Hey guys, welcome back. Last game of the night, and hopefully a good one. Certainly big names here, Zomog and Alexander, two of the hottest ADV players at the moment. In fact, I believe these were the two of the best performing ADV players alongside BKC in the most recent SPL. So these guys definitely both really good on their game at the moment. Again, this is not a ladder game, but I don't know what it is for. Presumably some kind of tour, but I don't know. And we'll see how it plays out. These guys definitely know what they're doing. Should be an entertaining watch. So here is the game. Zomog bottom side, Alexander top side, Flygon lead for Zom, and a more standard Zapdos lead for Alex. There's a BP out as the Flygon stays in. Here's Cloyster and here's Toxic respectively. Not a huge deal on Cloyster. Not a poke that's generally built to last. Cloyster is almost exclusively on offensive teams, though there are weird older builds with like Swampert and Blissey and such alongside Cloyster. But we have Spikes and Substitute respectively. Surf here is going to pop the sub, I guess, just out of obligation. Here comes an Earthquake back, 29% neutral damage. And the Cloyster, of course, has the massive base defense stat. Interesting that Cloyster is faster than Flygon. So that's going to be like a 244-ish Cloyster. And that has to be a Flygon that probably just doesn't have a speed investment at all. Flygon once again comes in and gets caught by Boom. So bad sequence there for Zom. So he allows the 2 layers of spikes to go down, and he loses his Flygon in a 1-for-1 trade with the Cloyster. You've got to think that favors Alexander. And here comes Swampert as a Celebi comes in for Zom, which obviously favors Zom. Swampert cannot risk getting hit with HP Grass. It is simply a Leech Seed, knowing that a switch would be coming. And Zom at this point gets out of the way. Alexander, I would think, does too. He doesn't want to risk getting his Metagross trapped by the Magneton, which is exactly what would have happened had he stayed in there. We end up instead with a Coon on a T-Tower with unreveals on both sides. Coon should force T-Tower out here, and it does. Here comes the lead Zapdos from Alexander. Surf here 35%. Zapdos obviously not the bulkiest in the world, or he would have taken that a little better. So an offensive zap of some kind for Alexander. Celebi going to be the switch in, and it's a BP out. The answer to Celebi is going to be Metagross. Last time Zomog was not afraid of this matchup, and he simply went for Leech Seed. He may make that same play again. He does. And Alexander going to go for Earthquake this time, just in case the Magneton came in, which it did not. He's very aware of the potential of being trapped here and locked up by a substitute Magneton. It's going to come in and try to do exactly that. And Alexander going to get out of the way, very conscientiously not getting himself trapped. Tower's obviously going to be faster now. He's not gaining lefties, so we're looking like a DD Lum set for the T-Tower as Magneton goes down, and that's going to force Zom to respawn. Dugtrio here will be faster despite the Dragon Dance, so that's going to take out the tower with the Revenge Kill. Gives us a 4-4 situation, both players with an Unrevealed in the back. Probably a lax for Zom given this double Trapper team that he has here, and less clear what it's going to be for Alex. I can see he doesn't really need a Rachi, which is pretty standard on these teams. Maybe it's a Salamence or an Aerodactyl. It could probably be a Gengar too. Gengar makes a lot of sense to protect the spikes and to be a cleaner on what is clearly an offensive team for Alex. So this time he's going to take the trade. He's going to explode into the Celebi, leaves us in a 3-3. Here comes Dugtrio. Not sure what that's trying to trap. Last poke Jolteon. Jolteon should be faster and either just Baton Pass out to Zap or just kill it with Hidden Power, Grass, or Ice. And he does go for the just kill it play. Down goes Dougie, which, to be fair, didn't have a lot of purpose given what was remaining. And now we have Lax, which is the last poke that I thought it would be. Tony G, cute reference. A formerly very overweight poker player. He did lose a good amount of weight to his credit, but was a big fat poker player for a time. And Jolteon here is going to roar out the Lax after eating a 78% frustration. Thunderbolt is going to kill the Coon and make it last poke Lax, so Alexander with his Zapdos Jolteon Swampert combo is going to have to defeat Tony G. It really comes down to what the sets are. Obviously, Zomog needs to have rest on his Lax for there to be any chance here. There are things that Alex could have, such as Focus Punch on Swampert, that would make his life a lot easier. We haven't seen a single move from the Swampert, so we don't know what we don't know. There's a 19% Earthquake. There's a second Curse from Zom, who is probably resting sometime sooner rather than later. Earthquake again, fishing for a crit. And there's frustration trying to stop a Focus Punch that doesn't come. At this point, he's obligated to rest because an Earthquake plus a follow-up Thunderbolt from one of the Electrics would kill him. And yeah, that might be a throw from Zom. He gets Hydro Pumped in Torrent range and it takes him out. Perhaps he could have survived this situation if he didn't Frustration last turn, didn't knock him into Torrent range, and simply went for rest. I think there's a good chance that he would have survived this had he done that instead. Again, it comes down to whether or not there was Focus Punch on the Swampert. There very well may have been. Earthquake, Hydro Pump might be. Focus Punch, Ice Beam as the last two moves, but it also might be Protect, Ice Beam as the last two moves. And if the Swampert doesn't have Focus Punch, then Zomog had a really good chance to win here. The Zapdos and the Jolteon both hit hard, but pending a crit, the Lax wins here. So Zomog very well may have thrown by knocking Swampert into Torrent range and allowing that Hydro Pump that otherwise would not have killed him to kill him. I guess we'll never know. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. One of those things in Pokemon. I definitely feel like this game was winnable for Zom, but Alexander is the winner here, and I think deservedly so. I think Zomog made a couple of mistakes. I did not like the opening sequence. I did not like letting the Cloyster set up 2 layers of spikes and then trade evenly with the Flygon. And then the late game there, maybe questionable. Alrighty, Alexander wins. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, just in general, not just this game. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys soon with more content.